Today we're going to be talking about the present progressive. We're going to learn how to form it in Spanish, and we'll be going over some examples. But first, let's talk a little bit about what the present progressive is. Let me give you some examples of the present progressive in English. For instance, if I say I am writing a letter, or I am speaking with my sister, or we're walking in the park. All of those are examples of the present progressive. If you notice, there are two verbs really in the present progressive, or two components to it. There is the verb to be. For instance, I am talking with my sister. I am, that's the verb to be. And then there's the present participle, commonly known as an ing verb. If I say I am speaking with my sister, speaking would be a present participle. So there's two parts to it. We already know how to form the verb to be, which for the present progressive will always be the verb estar, never the verb ser. How do we form the present participle? If we have an AR verb, we're going to, for instance, the verb hablar, we're going to get rid of the AR, and then with the stem, habla, we're going to be adding ando. So for hablar, the present participle would be hablando. For ER verbs, such as beber, we're going to be removing the ER, and we're going to now add yendo. So for the verb beber, the present participle would be bebiendo. For IR verbs, such as vivir, again, we're going to get rid of the IR, and then we're going to also add yendo. So for AR verbs, we're going to add ando. For ER and IR verbs, we're going to add yendo. So let's talk about what happens when we have a verb that is a stem changing verb. If it is either an AR or an ER stem changing verb, it will not suffer a stem change in the present participle. For instance, almorzar. Almorzar, it's a stem changing verb. If I conjugated almorzar in the present tense, it would be yo almuerzo. However, in the present participle, it will not show stem change. So I would say yo estoy almorzando. For IR verbs, however, it will show stem change. For instance, the verb servir. The verb servir in the present would be yo sirvo, okay? But it also shows a stem change in the present participle. You would say yo estoy sirviendo. There are some verbs that are also irregular in the present participle. We have verbs like leer, creer, and oír. For leer, the present participle is leyendo. For creer, the present participle is creyendo. And for oír, the present participle is oyendo. So let's go over some examples and see how we would form these sentences. For instance, how would you say in Spanish, I am speaking with my sister? Take a moment and think about it. I am speaking with my sister would be yo estoy hablando con mi hermana. If I wanted to say we are walking in the park, how would you say we're walking in the park? You would say nosotros estamos caminando en el parque. What about she is watching television? How would you say she's watching television? You would say ella está mirando la televisión.